What's up, everybody? It's your boy Paul. So let's get into the mess of the mess today, and it's a good Friday, y'all. But let's get down to it. First up, like, share, subscribe, and join the channel. But let's get down to it. First up, we got Miss the sprinter herself. I ain't gonna never pronounce her first name right, but Miss Richardson. So the video footage came out of the whole incident where she ended up getting arrested for putting her hands on her man. And I said, baby, I said, this girl lied through her damn teeth. Said, nah, I ain't do nothing to him. He's a liar. He can't be trusted. The one did police asked, did you touch him? Trey, no, I didn't. He had my headphones, but that was about it. But I didn't touch him at all. I said, girl, you just lied, just a lie. I said, why is you lying? I said the crazy thing about it, the way the police just kept asking the question, they wanted to see if she was gonna tell the truth, but she didn't. Everything they showed her, can we see your ticket and everything? She's showing it all, seeing that she kept calling him names and all that. We just had a disagreement. And different reports had came out where she said that he may have pushed her or whatever. But I said, ma'am, it's cameras all the way around in this whole airport. They seen you doing the tussling. And you wouldn't let go. I said, girl, it wasn't that serious. I said, like, and him coming out, she said, oh, I'm done with him. I'm done with him. This is over. I said, yeah, girl, y'all still together. The way he was fighting for you after the incident, girl, he ain't going nowhere, and you ain't either. I said, it was the lies for me. I said, Mr. Richardson, how can you just plainly just act like, oh, it was nothing? Nothing went down. I never touched him. Never. And it is crazy how this whole thing spun into a whole bunch of other stuff. So let's get into a side note real quick. So we had the Breakfast Club. We had, Charlemagne. Charlemagne talking about, if this was the other way, that whole situation was the other way around, the guy be getting dragged all through the mud and everything else. But it's like it's sympathy for her. And you got, we got Just Hilarious, who more identified as the man. Saying, that's true, that's right. I said, well, I treated it just the same. I said, nobody should be putting hands on anybody. Because if you can't have a disagreement, if that disagreement caused you to end up wanting to put hands on somebody, then that situation needs to be over. That means you need to be out of that situation. That means you need to remove, not just go for a walk or anything. And that means you need to exit that relationship and never return to that relationship ever again. And also you need to go get help for them urges of you wanting to put your hands on somebody. So Charlemagne made a big deal about the situation, and I'm like, girl, go, because that's what he act like. That way, it's not that deep. And ain't nobody giving her a pass on what she did. It may seem like it to you, but nobody giving her a pass. She was wrong for that. And then she was totally wrong for it's like, girl, you're lying. And then you read the comments on the video of her, the footage came out saying like, it's always protecting a black man. I said, she wasn't protecting a black man. She protected herself. She was protecting a black woman. And just like her man was protecting a black woman. Which a lot of people other people complain about, men don't protect black men. Her man was protecting her. After he got shoved into a column. I'm so silly. But, tell me how y'all feel about the whole situation from the video coming out and then the Charlemagne putting his 2 cents into it. Charlemagne always want to put his 2 cents into everything. And he act like he's very bright, but he's dumb as hate. Just like the rest of them on that show. Don't get me started on DJ Envy because that mother sucker, I don't see how he even got the job. But well, Just Hilarious got the job. I understand it now. No more. Let's move on to the next. Let's get into okay, we're gonna have to change this up. See if I can get it better. You have to go the other way. Okay, so update. The judge dismissed Sarah Rivers from making the bands. The group called the band. Diddy's making the band group that he really just didn't do his job with because he had a hit on his hand with them too, but he messed that all up himself. But so she filed a lawsuit against him, and it ended up being dismissed by the judge. I said, lucky him, lucky him. He got to give him no money. Ah, baby. So that's what's going on there. Sarah, I think you waited too long to do this lawsuit. You should have did this exactly when making the band, when all that stuff went down, when he dismantled the band. You should have went ahead and did this lawsuit, to be honest. But girl, you ain't getting no money, girl. Bye bye. But it don't say if she couldn't refile again. But tell me how y'all feel about it, or any information that y'all got in the comments. Like, share, and join the channel, y'all. But let's move on to the next. Let's get into what was it with oh god, I'm gonna have to look at it because I totally forgot what this was about. It's a Diddy situation all the way around. Okay, so Diddy is suing. He's suing for 100 mil. He's doing a lawsuit against who was it? He suing somebody, and I can't remember who the hell it was. Let me see in this thing. He's suing somebody. For defamation. He's suing for defamation. He trying to make some money back from everything that went on. And I don't know about this one. I don't know. I said, like, because you suing somebody, you think you about to get out of jail? But that's what's going on. This case, I do not remember it. And I know he was suing somebody for defamation, trying to make some money back. And it was Never News Nation owner. Okay. He was suing News Nation owner, an attorney, and somebody else for defamation, since that lawsuit, since certain things certain things got dropped. He thinking, like, I said, that does not say it wasn't true. There was no damn defamation from you. It was all true. It was all proof. You had people testify about what the things that you have done. But I said, yeah, we'll see how this goes. I said, I think this case gonna get dropped too. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. And let's get into the last thing that I got up, and that is Sean Kingston. So this man wants to be let out. He want to be on house arrest. He asked the judge to put him on house. He wanted to be put on house arrest. His sentence is for 2 years. He asked the judge for 2 years. Oh, 2 years. Cause yeah, he has 2 years, and instead of his 5 to 6 in prison, yeah, because he want to be on probation. He want to be on house probation. He want to be on house arrest for 2 years, and instead of doing the 5 to 6 in prison. I said, no, you need to go to prison. You need to go to prison. I said, because your mama going to prison too. You might as well go too. Why should you be you want to be out on the outside while your mama is serving time? This is selfish son of a gun. You gonna make your wait a minute. I just realized you gonna make your mama serve hard time. While you trying to get you a deal so you can be living up, you can be on the outside, laid up in the bed with whoever you laying up with, eating good. Y'all in Florida, yeah, you eating sea boils and everything. I said you got it all screwed up. I said that's some crazy stuff. I said your mother should be mad about that one. She should be hated with her missing hairline. Looking like y'all eating, girl. So yeah, he trying to get out of going to jail, going to the pen. I don't think he gonna survive in there. That's why he trying to get that house arrest. Oh man, these people out here doing the most. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this Kingston and him plead to the judge to put him on house arrest. I said you might as well say put me on house arrest for the 5 to 6 years instead of putting it down to 2. While you on the house arrest, you could be making music, putting it out, and paying back the victims. That would have been a better choice instead of trying to wiggle your way out of serving the full whatever your full sentence was. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. That's all that I got for y'all for today, y'all. Y'all have a good Friday, y'all, because Friday is a mess. I said Friday today. This day is uh today is going good so far. Hope y'all having a good day. But like, share, subscribe, join the channel. It's your boy Paul, and I get back at y'all later. Bye, y'all. Oh shoot, hold up. It was somebody up here, and it's not up here. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Hold up, y'all. It is somebody that's supposed to have been up here. It was Offset. Oh man. I can't believe this thing didn't. Well, Offset, I'm gonna put Offset in the next one because he's not up here, and the thing then this streamer then took it off. Okay, so we'll get into Offset in my next video in that situation because he's not up here on this thing. But bye, y'all. I get back at y'all later.